If you've ever held on to a 25,000 Iraqi dinar note and wondered whether it would ever amount to something significant, now might be the time to pay close attention. Across financial circles, insiders are suggesting that this could mark one of the most unexpected economic turning points in recent history. Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your source for grounded, factual updates on the dinar's evolving role in global finance. Today's segment dives deep into what might soon become one of the most remarkable currency transformations of our time. Not long ago, the Iraqi dinar was largely dismissed as having little to no value outside its own borders, often trading at a fraction of a US dollar. But that narrative is now shifting, and shifting fast. Recent reports backed by credible financial sources suggest a large-scale revaluation could be underway, and it's not just speculation. Banks and institutions around the world are beginning to adapt. Verified movement in financial systems from the United States to the Gulf region and Europe all point toward major developments on the horizon. This shift is more than just talk, it's operational. Exchange centers and banking systems are showing signs of preparing for what's being called a contract exchange rate phase. This refers to private or structured tiers that grant preferred rates to individuals or entities that meet strict documentation requirements. In some cases, a single 25,000 dinar note may be eligible for exchange values reaching into the thousands, provided proper verification is in place, such as notarized receipts and clear identity checks. The activity isn't isolated to Iraq. There's a broader global trend forming as financial institutions recalibrate their systems, insiders distribute rate tiers internally, and private exchanges begin to take shape. Some early participants are reportedly seeing offers as high as $2,000 per note, especially those who are well prepared with legal and financial documentation. These exchanges may also come bundled with support services like tax planning, legal advisory, and long-term wealth management. What makes this moment especially significant is its context within the global financial recalibration expected through late 2024 and into 2025. Iraq's position in this realignment is pivotal. After decades of sanctions, instability, and internal reform, Iraq is showing clear progress. From legal modernization to anti-corruption measures, the nation is earning acknowledgement from the International Monetary Fund and other global bodies. Iraq has reportedly met key benchmarks, making a revaluation not only likely but economically justified. Importantly, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a deliberate recalibration of Iraq's fiscal standing. Banks around the world are not only preparing infrastructure, but also actively testing exchange procedures. The change is gradual, but undeniably in motion. For those who have held on to their currency patiently and with care, the rewards may soon materialize. The ultimate value of a 25,000 dinar note will depend on several variables, including the exchange rate tier, the institution facilitating the trade, and the documentation provided. Reports indicate that contract tier participants could access significantly more favorable rates than what might be available to the general public. In some projections, a note could yield returns anywhere from $1,750 to well over $20,000, depending on structured agreements and account qualifications. Public exchange rates may still offer substantial gains but will vary depending on timing, geographic availability, and institutional guidelines. Higher tier exchanges, typically Tier 1 and Tier 2, are already underway in select regions, and those outside these early phases may still have opportunities through Tier 3 or public routes. These stages will likely roll out gradually, with varying levels of verification, appointment scheduling, and identity checks required. Being prepared in advance can mean the difference between fast processing and disqualification. One missing document could derail your entire opportunity. It's worth emphasizing that Iraq's economic comeback has been years in the making. The country has scaled up oil production, signed trade agreements, partnered with reputable global financial organizations, and modernized its banking infrastructure. The Central Bank of Iraq has also been proactive, connecting its systems with global platforms and enhancing currency controls. Iraq is no longer viewed solely as a fragile state. It's increasingly seen as an emerging economic player. This credibility has drawn attention from international investors, sovereign funds, and multinational corporations. In this context, the dinar's revaluation is not a fluke, it's a natural next chapter. Those who invested early, often viewed as speculative or overly optimistic, may now be among the first to benefit from Iraq's strategic return to economic relevance. But with rising value comes rising risk, and that's where caution becomes critical. As word spreads about the potential gains from holding Iraqi dinar, so too do the efforts of scammers and unlicensed brokers. There are already reports of fake intermediaries offering unauthorized exchanges, false contracts, and bogus investment schemes. If you're holding physical notes, treat them like valuable assets, store them safely, photograph both sides, and organize any purchase receipts and documentation. Never hand over your currency or banking details to anyone who isn't fully verified. Legitimate transactions will only occur through approved financial institutions or government-recognized centers. Protect yourself by asking questions, demanding credentials, and cross-checking all sources. The more value your note carries, the more critical it becomes to stay vigilant. Overconfidence can cost you everything, while thorough preparation can make all the difference. It's not just about how much money you might receive, it's about what you do with that opportunity. If this revaluation does turn out to be as substantial as projected, it's not the time for flashy purchases or impulsive decisions. Think in terms of legacy, not just luxury. Many people who suddenly come into large sums, whether from inheritance, lottery wins, or crypto surges, often lose it all in a few short years. Financial windfalls without planning often result in regret, but those who slow down, build a strong advisory team, and take calculated steps can create wealth that lasts a lifetime. So before the money even arrives, start planning. Will you clear debts? Build passive income streams, invest in real estate, support charitable causes, or secure generational assets? Your answers to those questions will shape your financial future. Consider setting up a team that includes a certified accountant, a tax attorney, a trusted financial advisor, and if needed, an estate planner. These professionals can guide you through the legal and financial complexity that comes with large transactions, especially those with international implications. Think of your dinar not as a lottery ticket, but as seed capital for a new chapter in your life. Create a long-term plan that reflects your values and goals. Sure, you might enjoy a few lifestyle upgrades, a new car, or a vacation, but don't let short-term gratification ruin long-term potential. Set aside emergency reserves, prepare for taxes, study how trusts or philanthropic tools can be used for lasting impact. In other words, be the exception, not the cautionary tale. Here at Iraqi Dinar News, our mission remains unchanged. We do not sell hype. We don't chase trends. We provide sober, fact-based updates to help our community navigate this process with intelligence and clarity. As the revaluation progresses, we will continue offering checklists, updates, and trusted information to keep you ahead of the curve. Make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so you never miss a critical update. Share this video with friends and family who may not yet be aware of the revaluation's unfolding developments. The more informed our community becomes, the more protected we all are. Education is the first defense against misinformation and fraud. It's important to understand this is no longer a hypothetical situation. The revaluation process has begun, not as a prediction, but as an observable economic shift. With it comes enormous opportunity, but also serious responsibility. This isn't just about personal gain, it's about making wise decisions that benefit your family and possibly your broader community. Think not just about today's return, but about how this could change your trajectory for the next 10, 20, or even 30 years. Remain quiet, stay smart, And don't publicize your holdings. Posting photos of your notes or sharing sensitive information online could make you a target. Silence and readiness will always outperform loud speculation. If a single 25K note ends up being worth $100,000, 0 cents or more, the only right move is to treat it with the respect and strategy that kind of asset demands. Coordinate with professionals, build a secure plan, and take your time. This isn't a free pass to spend recklessly. It's a rare opportunity to create something lasting. Iraq is on the rise, and so might be your future if you navigate this moment carefully. The eyes of the financial world are watching Iraq's next moves, and for once, everyday people holding this currency may be on the winning side of history. Thank you for watching Iraqi Dinar News. Stay informed, stay protected, and above all, stay prepared. Your financial future may be closer than you think, but only you can decide what to do with it once it arrives.